All right, we're back from Florida, but the good times have just begun because it's nice up here in Kentucky now. So, we saw the conch fritters. Now, I've never had fritters like that. They're flat, they're delicious. Most of the time you get them, they're like hush puppies. So, obviously, we're not gonna come up here to Elmer Davis Lake and get us some conch, but what they do have is bluegill. Now, you've heard of making patties out of bluegill. We're gonna try to make fritters out of bluegill, but the first thing we gotta do is catch some bluegill. So Nicki's got the worms, I've got the fly rod. Let's see if we can catch a few.
These things are pretty fast.
Aren't they great?
I'll catch you.
I knew you'd like it. Now, the great thing about what we're doing today, when making fritters, you don't have to have huge fish. We're just going to use the meat from these fish, and otherwise, size bluegill that you wouldn't want to keep. Now, this is a keeper any day. But when you can catch fish like this, any bit of meat goes into that fritter, and it's delicious. Again, we don't have conch, but man, hopefully we can get some bluegill. Future fritter critter. Where is Nicki? Now, I don't know if you've heard the word fritter before, and down south, it's all about the conch. But I'm telling you what, same thing applies. We're gonna break the rules a little bit. Bring a very southern recipe way up north. Now, normally I might throw that one back, but being that we're cutting parts and pieces, that's gonna be fritter material right there. Oh yeah, that's a good bluegill. Now that is a red ear. See that red flap on his opercle, or ear, some people call it? Some people call him shellcracker. And look how wide he is. That's gonna make some good fillets for our fritters. Yummy. Yeah, that's what we're looking for right there. Yes, sir, Bob. We're getting close. Where is Nicki? Oh yeah, big male. Perfect. Getting closer to fritters every minute. I've got my Tilly hat on, that's why my face is shadowed right now and you can barely see who I am. But you know what? We're just out here fly fishing today on a little popper. That's the way I was brought up fishing by my dad. You know, my day job used to be as a hunter or gatherer. Now I enjoy my good organic hunting and fishing food. You know, you can look at some shots here when I was working with Kentucky Afield. Now I did that for 20 years. Emmy award-winning show, one of the best jobs I've ever had. But part of Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen is bringing back the food that we gather while we hunt and fish and trying new recipes. And today's the perfect marriage of that. Coming back from Florida with a great recipe and then trying to twist it around, turn around into a Kentucky deal. So we're gonna have Kentucky bluegill fritters. Now, some of the stuff that I used to do, pulling the bow back with my teeth. Here's some fish now that we shot down below Barkley. These are Asian carp, and then these things get up to 80, 90, 100 pounds. And these are actually really good to eat. Later on, we'll try to talk with some of the people who are coming up with good recipes and uses for this fish, which are in the waterways by the gazillions. Now, they are actually some of the best fish I've ever eaten. They have an odd bone structure. You have to cut those bones out to get to it, but it's very good meat. Now that's not gonna be a big part of this show, but occasionally, when we do go out to gather some meat, some protein, in this case bluegill, we'll take a little fishing trip every now and then. And now we're gonna get back to it. A few more and we'll be ready to go. Look, he's a beauty. Now that's what I'm talking about. Good hand-sized bluegill right there. Very quickly. If we get in one nest of them. And again, we're not trying to catch 800 bluegill. We're gonna try to catch just enough for a mess of fritters. If we get 10 to 15, we're good to go. Oh, this may keep, I'm not sure. It's a good bank. That'll do for fritters.